I don't think the fires that we call our fires would be put out and helping us fix things when, of course, we might screw it up on a computer or whatnot. But happy birthday to Mike Moran from everyone here at WYLN. And
you're welcome.
He knows all the buttons. I can't even. Have a good one and have a good weekend, everyone.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this WILN Sports Special presentation of the regular season finale of high school football, week number 10, as the Cougars of Hazleton area play host to the Berwick Bulldogs. You are looking live at Harmon Geist Stadium in Hazleton, home of the Hazleton area Cougars. I'm Marty Burns, joined as always by Joe DeMelfi, Jim Burns on the stats, Gabriella Justin on the sidelines. We thank you for joining us for continuing coverage of high school football here on WYLN. Joe, I find it hard to believe, especially with the temperature outside, a beautiful night for football, that it's week number 10, our regular season finale.
One of the things, Marty, we talk about is when we start the season, how quickly it ends. Tonight we're going to end 65-degree temperature, which is very unusual for Hazleton, Pennsylvania in November.
The Berwick Bulldogs, there is a mathematical chance that they would fall from the 2 seed with a loss tonight, so they're taking the approach of win. We cement the number 2 seed in the home game next week in District 2 AAA playoffs at Crispin Field. Hazleton area needs a win and some help for them to get an Eastern Conference playoff berth, so Coach Brennan of Hazleton area has taken the approach that tonight is their playoff game.
Yeah, I think there's a couple, and we talked about storylines last week. Obviously, Coach Curry, last regular season football game. A lot of seniors. Tonight was senior night for Hazleton area. So a lot of things come into play. I think one of the things Coach Brennan would like to do is follow his Coughlin game plan to a T. If you remember back to game 1, they defeated Coughlin at Coughlin. They had ball control. They had the ball for about 35 minutes, played very well. So I'm sure that's something he'd like to have happen tonight.
And as you mentioned, an emotional night as it is the final regular season game at the helm of Berwick High School for the winningest coach in the state of Pennsylvania, George Curry, leading the Bulldogs to over 400 victories alone at Berwick High School. And his career at Berwick as a head football coach comes to an end. And we're moments away from a pregame ceremony. Fred Barletta Jr., the athletic director at Hazleton Area High School, is on the field with the microphone. And it looks like they're ready. We're going to head down to Fred Barletta Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, would you please direct your attention to midfield and Hazleton Area Athletic Director, Mr. Fred Barletta.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight, the final home game here at Harmon Geist. But as many of you are aware, tonight is also the final regular season football game for Berwick head coach Coach Curry is one of the most successful coaches in the of scholastic athletics. He is the all-time winningest coach in Pennsylvania history with 453 wins. His teams have won 6 PIAA state championships, had 13 undefeated seasons, and he won 50 straight Wyoming Valley Conference games between 1987 and 1994. His teams have been ranked 3 times as the #1 team in the country by USA Today, and he has been named National Coach of the Year twice. More importantly, he has been one of the biggest advocates for all scholastic football players throughout northeastern Pennsylvania, and has aided many opposing programs and countless opposing players moving on to the college level. During Coach Curry's 46 years coaching career, he has been the opposing coach against Hazleton area schools, the Hazleton Mountaineers, West Hazleton Wildcats, and Hazleton area Cougars, more than any other coach. Please direct your attention to midfield, where a group of our former coaches are here to represent the entire Hazleton area community in saluting Coach Curry on his legendary career and wishing him well. Former Hazleton Mountaineer coach Dale Stewart. Former Hazleton Mountaineer coach Rich Matz. Former West Hazleton Wildcat coach Bob Williams. Former Hazleton area Cougar coach Rocco Petrone. Former Hazleton area Cougar coach Jim Drumheller, and current Hazleton area Cougar coach Mike Brennan.
Thank you.
Let's hear it from the Hazleton crowd for Coach George Curry. Coach Curry, God bless and good luck.
A very touching ceremony here at Harmon Guy Stadium with many of the former coaches at either the old Hazleton, West Hazleton High School or current Hazleton area high school
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome tonight's
to honor
game
Coach Curry,
the Bulldogs of Berwick. Coached
and
by
very
Mr.
classy
George
of the
Curry.
football team to go out
Cougars of Hazleton
near the
High
hash marks
School,
and give him a
coached by Mr. Mike Brennan.
round of applause as well to recognize what he's done for the state of football in the state of Pennsylvania. And we now head down to referee Earl Harris with tonight's coin toss.
On the line will be Bill McCoy, Paul Gunser, Sean Dietrich,
Okay, gentlemen, here we go. Man, you win the toss and defer to the second half, right? Yes, sir. Okay, you receive now. You're going to kick that way, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Red, can you put your back that way, please?
Fullback is Corson Kinney, and the 2 running backs will be Jose Cabrera and Adrian Otero. Your punter and kicker is Tristan Williams. Your defensive starters this evening. On the line for Hazleton area, Steve Longazelle, Zach Fuchik.
As we heard from referee Earl Harris, and what we think is a defensive game, Joe. Hazleton area won the toss, elected to defer to the second half. Got to look at Earl Harris's crew first. He's got Frank Galicki as his umpire, Tom Chapego, the linesman, the line judge, Ed Caffrey, side judge, Jeff Casella, and Chuck Hannon is the field judge. But in a night that we're expecting a defensive game, right off the bat, Coach Brennan wanting to play field position, kick it off, hopefully get a stop and get good field position to start.
Well, if you look at the Bulldogs this year, defensively they've been they get to the ball, they run the field well, they tackle well, very aggressive. Offensively, they've had some laps, there's no doubt about it. So I'm thinking Hazleton area and Coach Brennan want to take advantage and see if they can take advantage of that early on. The other thing is, I think one of the things you saw tonight before the game was the impact, and this will be the last time I talk about it because everyone knows about the impact George Curry has had on high school football, high school athletes across the state. You see the impact as former coaches. Last week at a tribute to George, more than 300 former players came home to honor Coach Curry. I can't say enough about the job he's done and known him for many, many years.
As Joe had mentioned, 65 degrees, very light winds, cloudy for tonight's forecast, but so often you see Coach Curry is always taking care of his players as far as getting them set up in colleges. And we heard Fred Barletta mention it, and you don't often hear about it, but so many times Coach Curry would also help out teams from opposing schools and getting their student athletes into schools throughout the years.
Well, the college coach comes in to talk to Coach Curry over the last 40, 45 years, and he would always say, hey, so-and-so from another school is a very good player. You ought to take a look at him. So he's helped out a lot of players from a lot of different high schools.
The opening kickoff by Tristan Williams sends Evan Klinger into the end zone for a touchback. So the Bulldogs will come out in the white going from right to left on your screen, 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. The Bulldogs go with 2 quarterbacks, so they'll start tonight with Mike Force wearing number 7. We're also going to see Jared Marshman behind center as well. This will be Cicini trying to find room to the right side, and the Hazleton area defense slows them up after a gain of about a yard. Get a look at that Bulldog offense. Force, Iyer, Monaco, Woodard, and Beckley up front. Pierce, the tight end. We mentioned we'll also see Marshman at quarterback. Maury and Cicini in the backfield with Fisher and Harder, the receivers. Second down and 9 from the 21. Now in the backfield, Daquan Hellenthal. Very speedy back that we've seen the last couple years for Berwick, and here he goes. And the Cougars, led by Eddie Beelan, bring him down after a gain of 3. Get a look at that Cougar defense. Sorry, Joe, we'll get through that quick for you. Long Gazelle, who had a great game last week against Daniel Boone. Fuchik, Gunser, and Sweats up front. Jones, Beelan, Zukoski, Yonner, the linebackers. Reeves and Van Blargen, the corners. Otero, the safety.
We talk about Eddie Beelan a lot over the last 10 weeks. He's been a very, very strong force defensively for the Cougars.
Ball touching the Bulldog 25, 3rd down and 5. Force looking left. Now he's coming back for a screen. Going up the sidelines with some room for Berwick and getting a first down out across the 40-yard line is Kyle McMillan. And that's a Harry's you pull it. Berwick first down.
Yeah, ran a formation, looked like strength to the field, came back, and you see Force rolling left. He sold the screen very well. Gets it back to McMillan. Good blocking, upfield, first down Bulldogs. Credit Force with selling that sort of semi-sprint away from the screen.
Almost a movement up front on the Hazleton area line. This is Cicini to the right. Spins, and I believe Beelan is the one to stack him up after a gain of a yard.
Right side, Cicini, nothing there. As you mentioned, Beelan, along with several of his defensive teammates, right there to make the stop.
Second down and a long 9, ball just shy of the Bulldog 45. Force out of the gun. Flags are down as the Cougar defense point at the Bulldog line. Will Earl Harris agree?
Dead ball. Ball start. Replay second.
The ball will be marked back at the
Start on
Bulldog
Berwick.
39.
Making it 2nd and 14.
Changes that 2nd and 9 to a 2nd and 14, Marty.
Force fakes, he keeps. Goes up the middle, and Force will get the penalty back. It'll bring up 3rd down and about 9.
Faked a little zoom play to the left side.
Force with the
After the
keeper.
fake,
Force
Force
to
tried to go
tackle on
back
play.
to the right side. Again, tackle to tackle, Hazleton area defense proving tough
3rd
in
and
the early
9,
part of the
Bulldogs
first quarter.
at 45-yard line.
Empty backfield, and now Marshman comes in at quarterback. Marshman, quick drop, throw, complete. Being pushed out of bounds is Robbie Harder. It'll depend on the spot.
Pass is complete to Harder.
I think we're going to be just short the way it looks, Marty.
By about a yard, it would look like. But it looks like Earl Harris may spot the ball and measure. Or we may have had a problem as Harder got knocked out of bounds if something had happened to the yard marker as well across the way.
Yeah, chain tangled and quite a group there trying to get that figured out.
Pass completion is just short of a 1st down, bringing up 4th and 1 from the Bulldogs in the Cougars' 47-yard line.
And both teams have come out, but they're still working on that yard marker across the way.
Marshman, the last play, came up very quickly, throw that short pass to Harder. Just short of the 1st down marker as Earl Harris.
With officials timeout on the field.
It looks like they have the chains ready. So they're going to start with a 4th and 1. Ball marked at the Cougar 47. And the Bulldogs are going to line up to punt it away. Jordan DeValerio punts it away. And it's going to go out of bounds. See on the official spot. Be at the Cougar 25, so that's where the Cougars will start 1st and 10. I'd like to remind you the official beverage of the WYLN Sports Crew, Hazel Park Water Store, spring water.
Marty, I'd like to say hello to a friend of mine who's recently had a bout and is on the mend now, John Kacherka, a very, very strong Berwick football fan for many years, and I wish John well. Saw him yesterday. He's doing better. Hopefully he'll continue to mend.
And we wish him all the best. Hopefully he's enjoying our broadcast tonight. I'm sure loves your insight, Joe.
I'm sure.
Flags stop the play before the Cougars run a play here in the opening quarter. See what Earl Harris has here and his crew. Looks like a false start on the Cougars. So they'll start with a 1st and 15 at the 20.
Ball start.
Marty, one of the things with Berwick's defense, they're very quick to the ball. I mentioned that before. They run the field well. A defense like that, if they start fast flow to the play, usually misdirection is what you try to do to slow them down. So let's see what the Cougars have in store here in first offensive series.
They've got Otero out wide left, and Loose ball on the snap. Carson Kinney went diving into the pile. And Hazleton area recovered.
Bubble on the play, Cougars recovered.
A big break for Hazleton area because in what we're expecting to be a defensive game, turnovers could be backbreaking.
There's no doubt about it. And we're going to look at the turnovers at the end of this game to see who really contributed or what really contributed to the loss. So as you said, Marty, turnovers, big part.
And this will be Kinney, and the Bulldogs sniff it out with that big front
Give us to Carson Kinney.
to knock him back.
Met by a host of
It looks like they'll still give him the line of scrimmage. So 3rd and 15 coming up for the Cougars. Get a look at that Cougar offense that had 2 100-yard rushers in Kinney and Otero last week against Daniel Boone. Gunser, Sanchez, Marola, Dietrich, Kostiel up front, Beelan the tight end, Wolk the freshman quarterback, Basic and Cabrera his receivers.
One of the things the fumble did was also waste a down, so we're looking at 3rd and about 16 for the Cougars.
Play clock down to 2. Wolk out of the gun. Pass complete to Cabrera. Cabrera in the open field gets out across the 35 to about the 39. Good for a Cougar. Harries, you pull it first down.
I'll tell you what, great throw by Wolk. Cabrera ran that slant route right in front of the defensive back. Picks up good yardage after the catch and a first down for the Cougars.
10 Cougars from their own 39.
A gain of 19 on the play in a connection that's been effective the last couple weeks. Wolk to Cabrera.
I mentioned last week that Wolk has done a very good job of running the offense.
This is Otero, his first carry in the night. A flag is down as Otero picks up 5, but from where that came from, I believe that was from umpire Frank Galicki. That's a hold on the offense.
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt on the corner. He called a hold. Otero right side.
And that's the call from Earl Harris. So now we'll march Hazleton area back to the 29 as it'll make it a first down and 20. Get a look at that Bulldog defense. Beckley, Pierce, McCole, Force, and Morey, the 5-man front. Miller and McMillan, the linebackers. Koch and Cicini, the corners. Groshek and Nick Koch, the safeties. Wolk out of the gun has Otero to his left. He'll give to Otero. The Bulldogs try to string him out, and as Otero brings it back to the middle and does a great job of just picking up 3 yards on the play.
Otero did a great job of cutting it back. He had some pursuit coming from the backside. If you'll watch this, Berwick player right now up the field, McMillan, and Otero was able to cut back, pick up a couple. Still left 2nd and long.
They actually gave him 4 out to the 33, making it a 2nd down and 16. Play action. Wolk looking for Beelan. Out of his reach, incomplete. Nick Koch was right there on coverage for the Bulldogs.
Great job by Nick Koch. Eddie Beelan, formidable receiver. He can, he's 6'3", 6'4". Koch stayed right there, was able to get up and knock it away. A little bit of a fake by Wolk. When you run play action, Marty, you want it to be a little longer fake so that backers in the secondary might bite on it. But that fake had to be quick. Berwick had some players up the field right now in a pass rush.
Movement up front. Now, unless the Bulldogs were drawn off, this will be 5 yards against the defense. I would think you live with those kind of penalties, Joe, just because of the type of penetration that this defense lives off of from that defensive line.
If you're going to be aggressive for a 5-yard penalty, 3rd and 16 is the place to do it, Marty, not 3rd and 1 or 2, obviously.
White, you play third down.
So we're looking at 3rd and 11.
Ball marked at the Cougar 38. 5:02 left in a scoreless first quarter on the Berger Family Dealership scoreboard. Thank you for joining us tonight on WYLN. Week number 10. The regular season concludes tonight. Low snap. Wolk's pass tipped up in the air, and Wolk caught it. Probably would have been better suited to bat it down, but Zach Beckley tipped it up, and Wolk just wanted to make sure that Beckley didn't get the interception on the rebound.
I'll tell you what, Beckley did a great job with his hands up, knocking the ball in the air. And Wolk's first thought was, as you look right there, I better grab this thing. Beckley might end up with an interception. So, nice job by Beckley. Heady play by Wolk. Cougars will punt it away.
Klinger and Cecchini back deep, awaiting the Tristan Williams punt. Long kick. Cecchini takes it to his own 30. Taking it to the far sideline. Cecchini across the 40 into Cougar territory. Still on his feet. Cecchini is going to be brought down inside the Cougar 40, but a late flag is down. So we'll see about that late flag.
Great job setting the wall by that Berwick special team. Cecchini found it, turned it up the field for a substantial run off the punt return, but we're going to have a Bulldog penalty.
Dead ball. Personal foul. White. First down.
And it's from the spot. So they're going to march the Bulldogs back
A 15-yard penalty from the spot.
to their own 38.
That makes Cecchini's return because he caught the ball about the 32, a 6-yard after that spot foul. 6-yard return, as you see the actual return right there before the foul.
3:53 left in the opening quarter. No score between Berwick and Hazleton area. Second possession for the Bulldogs. And Marshman back in at quarterback. Pumps a couple of times. He's going to be sacked. Brought down by Josh Zukoski.
Zukoski with the very good. Marshman wanted to throw quickly. Didn't feel like he could. Receiver not open. There you see it right there. Wanted to go. Zukoski right up in his face brings him down.
So a loss of 5 on the play makes it 2nd down and 15 as Marshman returns as quarterback for the Bulldogs. Whistles timeout Berwick. Scoreless in the first.
Timeout. Berwick.
Hey neighbor, looking for a safe, reliable pre-owned vehicle at a great price? Now open Berger Advantage Pre-Owned, Route 93 near the Laurel Mall in Hazel Township. Over 150 local trades from our new 3 new car dealerships. 100-point inspection, free vehicle history report, 3-day money-back guarantee, lifetime PA state inspection, 5 years of oil changes, lifetime tire rotation. Plus, we'll make your first 2 payments up to $1,000 total. Berger Advantage Pre-Owned, just off exit 145 off ID1 near the Laurel Mall in Hazel Township.
Berger Family Dealerships, drive with experience.
Hi, my name is Elaine, and I'm so excited to have you meet one of our wire guys, Zach.
Yeah, I want to get there fast, give you a nice, clean, quality job you're going to be happy with. You know, having a family of my own, someone was working in my house. I want it to be safe. I want it to be right. That's what I want to do for you.
So whether it's just adding a receptacle to a complete whole house rewiring,
We're your guys.
give the wire guys a call.
And if we're late, you get paid.
After the Bulldog timeout on the Berger Family Dealership scoreboard, no score, 3:06 remaining in the opening quarter. Bulldogs come out with a 2nd and 15 after the Zukoski sack. And Marshman, the lone back in shotgun formation. Marshman's pass complete. This is McMillan. And Otero will bring him down at the 42-yard line, a gain of 9.
They ran that wide receivers up the field. They had some motion. McMillan into the flat, picked up about 6 or 7 yards. 3rd and about 6. Long 6 for the Bulldogs.
Mentioned the Bulldogs looking to win to definitely cement a home game, but it looks like pretty good odds they'll be at home next week against either Coughlin or Valley View to begin District 2 AAA playoff action. Marshman looks right, throws incomplete. Not sure if he was looking for Fisher or Harder on the play.
Not sure either because he threw the ball between both of them. I don't know if he thought Harder would pull up or Fisher would pull up, but neither did. Ball was thrown between the two receivers. Bulldogs will look to punt it away.
DiValerio to punt it away. Hunter Van Blargen back deep for the Cougars. Short kick. And Cougars get away from it. Takes a Bulldog roll down to the Cougar 24-yard line. I'd like to remind you that high school football on WYLN is brought to you by Electric Frog Designs. Electric Frog Designs is now custom embroidery. Be sure to stop in for full-color banners and signs, vehicle lettering and wraps, screen printing, promotional products, and trophy creations. Electric Frog Designs located off of Route 309 in Drums.
Marty, ball hit the ground on the punt. Extra 10 to 15 yards for the Bulldogs. Hazleton will start this drive deep in their own territory.
Cabrera in motion to the bottom of your screen. Wolk slings it out to Van Blargen, and the Bulldogs read it well. Coming up to make the play was Klinger with some help from Nick Koch.
I'll tell you what, Klinger made a great break on the ball. Right here you're going to see it. Runs right by the wide receiver who was supposed to block him, and then Koch came in to help out. A little bit of that quickness that the defense, Berwick's defense, is known for, shown there.
The give is to Otero. He's got some room up the middle. Otero in the Bulldog territory. One man to beat. Otero down the sideline. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds. They'll say he's out at the 24-yard line of Berwick. Good for a Harry's, you pull it. Cougar first down.
Here you see Otero. Right side. Great job by that Hazleton area offensive line. Brushak did a great job of running to force Otero out of bounds.
A run of 52 yards for Adrian Otero, who unofficially coming into tonight needs 86 yards to go over 1,000. He's at 56 right now.
Point of attack, excellent blocking, as you saw in the replay.
First and 10 from the Bulldog 24. Low snap, Wolk keeps, and the Bulldogs sniff it out well. Coming up with the tackle, Will Morey.
I'll tell you, Morey, this side with the fake just up the field right now makes the tackle 3 yards deep in the backfield. And Hazleton there you saw the replay. Excellent job defensively.
A loss of 5 on the play makes it 2nd and 15 from the 29. 3 receivers to the top of your screen. Llewellyn, the lone receiver at the bottom. Walk looks left. Pass complete to Cabrera. Cabrera gets down inside the 20 after a gain of about 10.
Cabrera with that short pass, then picks up some yardage after the catch, forcing a 3rd down and about 6.
The Cougars will be the first team to enter the Grand Central red zone, but Coach Brennan will run the first quarter clock out. They'll do it at the opposite end of the field. Through 1, Berwick nothing, Hazleton area nothing. You're watching live high school football on WILN.
Welcome to Fairway Chevrolet, Pennsylvania's #1 truck dealer. From the longest lasting, most dependable full-size pickup, the tough all-new Silverado, to the rugged 3500 Chevy dump truck, Fairway has your truck. Express cargo van, 2500 utility, 3500 cube, 3500 cube utility with service body, or we'll upfit any body style to meet your needs. Sales, service, or parts, make no mistake about it, Fairway Chevrolet is Pennsylvania's #1 truck dealer.
Your body was made to move, fluidly and with ease. If the need for joint replacement surgery has stopped you in your tracks, it's time for a plan that can put you back in motion faster. The area's most experienced surgeons, the region's only nationally ranked program. That's orthopedics in action at Lehigh Valley Health Network.
Start of the second quarter on the Berger Family Dealership scoreboard, no score. Hazleton area in the Grand Central red zone at the 20 with a 3rd and 6. Cougars in the red going from right to left on your screen. Cabrera in motion to the top. Looked like some trouble on the handoff. Flag is down. Otero is down after a short gain. We'll see, as it was thrown by Earl Harris, what he caught penalty-wise.
I think he caught a hold on the outside. Ball was fumbled from under center, so Wolk really didn't have a good handoff. Play will come back with the holding.
And the reason to take the penalty, leave it at the 18, and maybe Hazleton area go for it, but they also have Tristan Williams waiting on the sideline as well for a possible field goal.
Very strong leg. We've seen him kick all year and punt, and he definitely can do both.
So instead, the Cougars will have a 3rd and 17 from the Bulldog 31. Now, the one thing looking at the flags, Joe, if you can believe them, because sometimes you not always can here at Harmon Geist, but we'll mention that after. Timeout Cougars, scoreless game in the second.
Do-it-yourself stores may be fine for garden hoses and 2x4s, but appliances? Those guys may know these washers. But Grand Central knows these washers, and ranges, and refrigerators, and more. GE and GE Profile appliances are designed to reflect the modern approach to style, with clean lines and a streamlined look for today's kitchens. So for wood screws and wheelbarrows, go ahead, do it yourself. But for the right appliances at the right price, let Grand Central do it for you.
Weatherwood is a privately owned 200-bed nursing and rehabilitation center nestled in the quiet town of Weatherly, Pennsylvania. We offer our residents and our families tranquil and scenic views from just about anywhere in the building. We are located within minutes of Lehigh Valley Health Network, Hazleton, as well as major metropolitan medical and trauma centers in the Lehigh Valley. Whispering Meadows is a 50-bed secured dementia unit in our facility. Whether you need short-term, long-term, or respite stay, call or stop by today for a tour.
Welcome you back to Harmon Geist Stadium, live high school football, week number 10. Hazleton area took the timeout before a 3rd and 17. Both teams 2 timeouts remaining here in the opening half. Wolk will go out of the gun. Out wide to the bottom of your screen is Adrian Otero. That's Cabrera in motion. Wolk looking left, pumps. He's looking for Otero, leaps, and incomplete. Nick Koch on the coverage.
Great one-on-one coverage by Nick Koch. Nick Koch, Alex Koch have both done a great job in the secondary for Berwick this year. Wolk throws it up. Koch got turned around, but then when he finally got his face looking at the quarterback, reacted very well to the ball. So 4th down for Hazleton area.
Now, we mentioned the wind. If you can go by the flags, if the flags are true, the wind would be in the face of Tristan Williams on a possible 48-yard field goal, so the Cougars will go for it. 4th and 17 from the 31. Wolk rolls left, throws, and it's picked off. That's Evan Klinger. Klinger across the 45 into Cougar territory. Klinger down the sideline is going to score a touchdown, but I believe a flag was thrown back at the Hazleton area 41.
Great interception. Evan Klinger underneath, makes the catch. Wolk threw a decent ball. Klinger just made a great play on it. Here you see it. Wolk's sprinting, and Klinger underneath the receiver.
There is a flag on the play.
Wolk did not see Klinger in the coverage because he was probably 5 to 8 yards away. But as I said, made a great play, but it will be come back because of the block in the back.
So Berwick does retain possession on the turnover, but a big block in the back penalty prevents a pick six. Now all Frank Kalicki needs is a football to mark. Looks like it'll be marked at the Bulldog 30-yard line.
No, we haven't seen Wolk make a lot of mistakes over the last, since he's been starting. This is the 5th or 6th game that he started. But there he made the throw, and it did look like the receiver had a little room. As I said, Klinger just made a great play on the ball.
And actually they're going to mark it at the 25. 1st and 10, Mike Force back in at quarterback for the Bulldogs. This will be a toss play to Len Wida. Wida has some room. He's got a 1st down and more into Cougar territory. And he'll be brought down at the 39-yard line of Hazleton area. Good for a Bulldog. Harry's, you pull it 1st down.
I'll tell you what, Wida hit the hole very quickly. Left side, good blocking by that side of the offensive line. And Wida picks up big yardage, moves it into Hazleton area territory.
A gain of 32 all the way to the Cougar 43. Bulldogs now shift to the right side of their offensive line. This is Hellenthal. Hellenthal straight up the middle. He's into open field. Cabrera, old man to beat. Hellenthal cuts it into the end zone. Touchdown, Berwick.
And there you see it. 2 big plays on great speed by the running backs. All you need is a crease. Berwick goes strong right. Great blocking up front. There you see it. Bulldogs with 6. Zach Beckley, one of the blockers there.
4th rushing touchdown of the year for Daquan Hellenthal. Jordan DiValerio on for the point after with Robbie Harder to hold. Kick is up and it is good. 10:43 left in the opening half. Berwick strikes first. They lead 7-0.
It always feels good to pull my own part. Saves a lot of money too.
I've never actually pulled it before, but I think it's time.
It's environmentally conscious, and it can be a lot of fun.
If you're a do-it-yourselfer who's up for an adventure, then come out to Harry's You Pull It. Pull your own quality recycled auto parts for up to 90% off the cost of buying new. Savings like that'll keep more money in the bank, which could lead to even greater fun. Harry's You Pull It. WeGotUsed.com.
I'm good.
Athletes try talking themselves out of being hurt,
I'm good.
working past the pain because they want to keep on playing.
Okay. I'm good.
Coordinated Health understands. As the #1 sports medicine team in the region, we get these champions back in the game with pro-level care.
Yeah, I'm good.
Because we make you better together.
The Berwick Bulldogs get a 4th down stop defensively and counterattack quickly, leading 7-0 on the Berger Family Dealership scoreboard.
Marty, first quarter, Berwick only had 42 yards total offense. Those 2 runs were more than their total offense in the first quarter.
Sutton with a heads-up play lets it bounce out of bounds for the penalty.
In fact, Helmthal's run of 43 yards was more than their first offense in the first quarter. 43 yards. De Valerio with the kick, 2 plays, 75 yards. 18 seconds. Helmthal 1 for 43. Wida 1 for 32. Rushes.
After the penalty on the kickoff, Cougars will take it at their 35. I'd like to remind you that if you have broken jewelry, gold or silver, you can turn them into cash. Take them to Northeast Gold and Silver Exchange located in the Churchill Mall, Hazleton. They pay the highest prices for your gold and silver. Northeast Gold and Silver Exchange in the Churchill Mall. Wolk will go out of the gun, 1st and 10 from the Cougar 35. Low snap, Otero gets the handoff, and the Bulldogs bottle him up for no gain.
I'll tell you what, stone force up the field very quickly for the Bulldogs. Didn't make the tackle, but caused a lot of problems with the penetration. Helmthal's touchdown. Berwick has possession. Toss to him deep. He has a chance to look at the whole field. Found that little bit of a crease, and boom, he's gone. He definitely has some speed. If you're going to make a play on him, you need to do it after 1st or 2nd step, because once he gets downfield, downhill, he can pick up speed very quickly.
Otero the lone back behind Wolk. 3 receivers to Wolk's left, but some confusion. Hazleton area takes a timeout, trailing 7-0.
Hey neighbor, looking for a safe, reliable pre-owned vehicle at a great price? Now open Berger Advantage Pre-Owned, Route 93 near the Laura Mall in Hazel Township. Over 150 local trades from our new 3 new car dealerships. 100-point inspection, free vehicle history report, 3-day money-back guarantee, lifetime PA state inspection, 5 years of oil changes, lifetime tire rotation. Plus, we'll make your first 2 payments up to $1,000 total. Berger Advantage Pre-Owned, just off exit 145 off ID1 near the Laura Mall in Hazel Township.
Berger Family Dealerships, drive with experience.
We welcome you back to Harmon Guy Stadium. The Berwick Bulldogs leading Hazleton area 7-0 on the Berger Family Dealership scoreboard. Hazleton area took their 2nd time out of the half after some confusion. Want to remind you, coming up at the half, we'll have halftime entertainment. Get a look at the Berger Family Dealership halftime stats compiled by Jim Burns. So stay tuned for that coming up at the half from Harmon Guy Stadium. Still just under 10 minutes of playing time remaining in this opening half. Wolk fakes the pass to Basic, goes deep to Cabrera, and double coverage. Flag is down as the pass falls incomplete.
I'll tell you what, looked like Cabrera would have something initially. Wolk got the ball in the air. The wind is definitely blowing, and the ball fluttered. You're going to see it right here. He makes the fake to the short man. Cabrera looks like he beats the Berwick defenders, but that ball got caught up in the wind.
And as Earl Harris says, defensive pass interference gives the Cougars by penalty. A Harry's you pull it. 1st down.
Groshek and Koch were right there on coverage. Called the penalty. Not sure on who.
5th penalty for 53 yards for the Bulldogs as the defense again bottles up Otero near the line of scrimmage.
Trying to hit Otero on that quick play right in the middle of the line. Nothing doing as the Bulldog defense up front very tough.
Otero on the night has 3 carries for 4 yards and then 1 other carry for 52.
And last week against Daniel Boone, Hazleton rushed the ball extremely well.
Both he and Kinney went over 100 yards rushing. Play action. Wolk looking for Beelan again. Falls incomplete. Groshek on the coverage.
Beelan again, big target right across the middle. If that ball would have been thrown a little shorter, a better chance of a completion. Beelan took the right to the defender. He should have shortened it up. The other part is Wolk had to get rid of the ball, Marty. He was under some pressure there.
So it'll be 3rd and 10 from the Cougar 49. And some movement up front.
Yeah,
that may be against the Bulldogs.
I think it is. They're going to call one of the defensive down men for entering the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty.
Offsides on the Bulldogs.
Dead ball.
Bringing up 3rd and 5 for the Cougars.
White. 2 feet there.
So the ball be marked now at the Berwick 46, 3rd down and 5. 9:14 left in the opening half on the Berger Family Dealership scoreboard. Berwick on a 43-yard touchdown run by Daquan Hellenthal, lead at 7-0. Cougars with a 3rd and 5. Low snap. Wolk's pass to Cabrera is complete. Bulldogs wrap him up quickly, but he may have had enough forward progress for the 1st down. We'll wait for the official spot.
Randy Miller, first Bulldog right there. Cabrera ran the route, but I think he's going to come up a little short. So we're looking at a 4th and about 1 for the Cougars. I think Cabrera felt he had the marker and walked through a decent pass. As I said, Miller there quickly to bring Cabrera down.
This is one of those spots we hear so often Coach Brennan talk about: win the battle up front, come out and be able to control the clock, run the football. Well, you're putting it on your offensive line here. 4th and 1 from the 42. Walk under center. The give is to Otero. He eludes 1 tackle. Pulls his way inside the 40. Good for Harry's. You pull it. Cougar 1st down.
I'll tell you what, Sean McColl, the nose guard, he was up the field before the handoff. Right here. He slows Otero down, but we know Adrian Otero has some strength. Picks up the 1st down, but McColl almost made the tackle in the backfield.
So the ball be marked at the Bulldog 38, 1st and 10. This is Otero, and he'll be slung down by McMillan among others after a short gain of about 2.
Tom Monaco right there. Make first contact, then had help from some of his friends. 1 yard gain on 2nd down. And again, we keep talking about Hazleton area with Williams. That wind is, as I look at the flags, a little more than a wind at this point. It's blowing pretty good.
2nd and 9 Cougars. The toss to Otero. Eludes 1. And Otero will get maybe another yard. 3rd and long coming up for the Cougars.
I'll tell you what, Kyle McMillan almost had Wolk before he pitched. Wolk was able to get it away, but short yardage. And I keep saying the same thing. Berwick defensively, very quick to the ball. Try to slow them down maybe with a little misdirection as we have a 3rd and about 8.
Two receivers to either side for Wolk. He's got Kinney next to him on his right. Hate to say it, Joe, but is that one of those where the center forgot the snap count?
It looked like it because Wolk
and just about everybody else
was bailing, and everybody. And that happened to me once. When I was in high school, I was a center. Halfback had his helmet turned around. He's looking through the ear hole.
3rd and 12.
They said, "Did you know it was on 2?" I told them I was the center and I'd snap it when I wanted.
I'm sure the halfback was very pleased. So it'll be 3rd down and 12 from the Bulldog 40-yard line. Wolk, quarterback draw straight up the middle, and Wolk goes down near the 30.
Quarterback keeper.
He's going to be a few yards shy of the 1st down.
Nick Koch with a saving tackle, maybe a touchdown saving tackle. Good call by the Hazleton area offense as Wolk picks up good yardage and makes a 1st down attempt more manageable.
4th, we'll call it a short 3. Ball just shy of the 30. Over halfway gone in the 2nd quarter on the Berger Family Dealership scoreboard. Cougars down 7. Again, a 4-receiver set. Wolk looks, throws, complete to Cabrera. Cabrera with the big 1st down to the 21. It's a Harry's you pull it. Cougar 1st down.
I'll tell you what, that combination has proved to be very effective over the last several games. Well, good drop. Cabrera ran the route knowing where the chains were, right in front of the defender. 1st down for the Cougars.
So the ball will be officially marked at the Bulldog 22. Again, a 4-receiver set. Otero just gets met immediately in the backfield by Tom Monaco.
Met immediately by Tom Monaco.
Monaco is, this is what you call blowing the play up. Monaco, now that was
a loss of 2
a
on
called option, give. Because if Wolk would have had the opportunity, if it was a read, he would have pulled it and taken it to the corner. Monaco with an excellent job up the field right now.
And this set seems to have been more successful for Hazleton area recently, out of the gun with 4 receivers. A pitch to Otero. And just as I say that, a blow-up of a loss of another play of about 5 as Randy Miller makes the tackle on Otero.
What happened was Wolk got rid of the ball. Berwick did an excellent job on assignments. Quarterback, somebody has him. Pitchman, Miller had him. So great job defending that speed type option. No dive, just walk down the line of scrimmage. Otero as the pitchman. Bulldog defense coming up big here as we're looking at 3:40 left in the 2nd quarter.
As you see on the Berger Family Dealership scoreboard, Berwick 2 timeouts remaining, Hazleton area with 1. Wolk looking, throws down the middle for Van Blargen, incomplete. Coming up on the coverage, Justin Groshek.
Groshek was playing center field. Van Blargen ran the right route underneath. Couldn't hang on. Don't know whether he felt Groshek's presence or not, but he could not hang on, forcing a 4th down. That's what you call playing center field, pass defense.
13th play coming up for Hazleton area on this drive, over 7 minutes off the clock.
One of the things that's accomplished, you'd like to come away with points, but it's accomplished taking time off the clock, which we said pregame or just before the game started was crucial for the Cougars.
Low snap. Wolk under pressure, throws, it's caught. Brought down at the 15, shy of the first down. Groshek with the tackle as Cabrera made the catch. But the Bulldogs leave him a couple yards shy of the first down as the Bulldogs hold on downs.
Over on downs.
Here you see the replay. Little snap had pressure on Wolk, got it away.
15-yard
Cabrera
line.
could not pick up the required yardage for the first down.
The WYLN crew meal provided by Third Base Luncheonette, located just off of 9th Street in Hazleton. Many thanks to the Third Base Luncheonette for their many years of support of WYLN Sports. 3:12 remaining in the half. Bulldogs 2 timeouts remaining, leading 7-0. And 3:12 on the clock. Marshman to pass. He's under pressure, throws, caught. What a catch by Robbie Harder in traffic for a first down across the 30. A Harry's U Bulldog first down.
3 parts. Offensive line does a decent job.
First and 10 Bulldogs.
Marshman makes a nice throw. Harder, the great catch across the middle.
Give him 17 on the play, out to the 32. 3 minutes and counting left in the opening half on the Berger Family Dealership scoreboard. Bulldogs with 2 timeouts remaining, leading 7-0.
Marshman only a sophomore for the Bulldogs.
Marshman being pressured, gets away from one. Can't elude the rest of the Cougar defense as he is brought down for a loss of about 3.
Don't know what type of pass protection, but somebody forgot.
Marshman with the carry.
Bulldogs take their second timeout, leading 7-0.
Timeout Berwick, that'll be their second timeout.
We'll keep it here, so Joe, I'm sorry for interrupting you. Go ahead.
Not a problem. Somebody forgot Kyle Sweats coming off the corner, and he didn't make the tackle, but Marshman had to move, couldn't make the throw, so Hazleton's defense comes up with a big play.
Both teams will be left with 1 timeout remaining, 2:33 left on the opening half clock. And we expected a defensive game, and to this point the Berwick defense has come up big when they had to. A couple of 4th down stops, stopping possible Hazleton area scoring possessions. And at the end of one of those such drives, they ran off 2 quick running plays, and Hellenthal went 43 yards for the only score of the game to this point.
Yeah, those 2 plays accounted for almost 75 yards of offense for the Bulldogs.
Called 2nd and 12 for the Dogs. Marshman out of the gun. Marshman deep down the field, just out of the reach of Luke Fisher.
I'll tell you what, Fisher almost got there. Decent coverage in the secondary. Fisher looked like he was going to run by the safety, and I'm looking at the Hazleton area coach right now telling the safety, you have to back up. Cannot level off. He's talking to Otero. You can't level off while the receiver is running. Marshman with a decent throw.
Clock is stopped after the incompletion. 2:27 left in the half. 3rd and 12 for the Bulldogs. Wida, the back behind Marshman. Marshman faked the option. He'll throw, and it's tipped down, incomplete.
Marshman's pass is batted down on the line of scrimmage, bringing up 4th down.
Marty, you're going to make that throw. Marshman came down the line like he was going to option. Took 1 step back. Now, when you took 1 step back, that puts him within 3 to 4 yards of the offensive line. somebody gets their hands up defensively, tough to get it over if you throw that line drive type of pass.
Who do you think that someone was?
Mallier.
How about that 6'3" Eddie Beelan?
Eddie Beelan, and he gets his hands up, he's 7'3".
DiValerio to punt it away. It's a short kick. Goes off a Bulldog player. And it'll be down at the 41. So the Cougars will get it. Clock continuing to run. Wonder if there's a malfunction now that stops at 2:05. But about 6 seconds ran off the clock there. Wonder if they'll put more time on. But the Cougars will have it at their own 38 with one timeout remaining.
Klinger was looking at the ground, couldn't find the ball, hit him in the helmet. So it was downed right there as we...
And seeing Coach Curry for the last time as Berwick head coach, it reminds me of our late great buddy Tim Thompson, and I know what he would ask you. How would that have felt wearing your leather helmet?
I'll tell you what, those were some great shows with Tim Thompson and George Curry.
we probably, if we had a best of, but the thing is, it'd probably take a few hours to run through all of it. Looking for a screen to Zukowski. Cuts it back, eluding a couple of tacklers. Zukowski's got some blockers in front of him. And Zukowski will be knocked out of bounds by Koch, but a flag is down.
Coach Brennan definitely not agreeing with the call. See if we can pick it up. Zukowski, right there.
However, there is a flag.
Great call
play.
Offensively. Berwick again coming up the field very quickly. Zukowski was able to turn it up the field, but flag on the play will bring it back. We are under 2 minutes. It's going to make it first and about 13 for the Cougars.
So the big pass play to Zukowski, taken away by the block in the back. Ball back at the Cougar 35. Low snap, give to Otero. But the Bulldogs swarm upon number 32 and bring him down for a gain of 1.
Otero on the play.
Ball looked like he was on the ground up for a second there. Otero
short gain on the play.
either had it right at his ankles or picked it up off the ground.
There must be some technical problems with the clock a couple booths down, because at one point it kept running. This last time it didn't start, and I'm sure there's probably something technically wrong with the clock, as Earl Harris reset it to 1:45, and with it being a running play, they wind it now. So a 2nd down and 12 from the 41. Give us to Otero, breaking a couple of tackles, spins his way across the 40 to the 42. It'll bring down a 3rd down and 6.
Otero on the carry, Tom Monaco.
Monaco right there, along with several of his defensive friends. Right there you see Nick Koch coming up, make a hit, forcing a 3rd down for the Cougars. Clock under a minute.
Hazleton area very deliberate, but they have to hurry a little bit. Play clock down to 5, down to 2. Get the snap off. This is Kinney. Kinney trying to bounce it to the outside, and the Bulldogs just string him out nicely. Bring up 4th down.
Carson Kinney with the carry.
And with that, Berwick takes their last time out, leading 7-0, and we'll keep it here. So this way, you never know what may happen.
Third and final
Bulldogs will force the Cougars to punt it away.
that time Cecchini and a couple of other Bulldogs right there make the tackle. As you said, Kinney forced flat at the line of scrimmage. So 4th down for the Cougars.
Putting more time on the clock, but yeah, you know, we think about the George Curry report, and you know, here at WYLN we have to give a lot of thanks to George Curry because he came on for a lot of years with the George Curry report with him and Tim Thompson, and you know, I had the honor of following them with Coach Patron's show, and you know, I'm not sure we ever lived up to the quotes or the humor you could have got from the George Curry report, but it was definitely an honor to follow those two for so many years.
I wouldn't want to follow them, I'll tell you that.
Hazleton area takes a timeout to make sure they have everything set here for the upcoming punt. But do you know, through the years, if we could have came up with how much of the best of the George Curry report, we could have went on for hours.
I think you could have syndicated that nationally.
Even though I'll still say that Tim Thompson had the easiest job on television because all he had to do was say, "Welcome to the George Curry Report, here's Coach Curry," and then just have to shut it down at the end of the show.
Well, and he would say, dogs are deep. About 4 or 5 times during the show.
And I always loved whenever Coach Curry would be going up against a real solid player on the opposite team, and he'd always say to Tim, "Timmy, you ever have a root canal? That's what it's like." And Timmy would just nod his head. So both teams used their last time out, 25 seconds remaining in the half, as the Cougars will punt it away. Berwick goes into a safe, I would say a safe punt return, unless they're going to come all out for the block here.
Williams has a stiff wind.
And Williams got it away under heavy pressure. I don't think it was tipped, but it might have been. And they're going to mark it at the Bulldog 45. 19.3 seconds left, but the Bulldogs out of timeouts.
Marty, there are a couple things here. Berwick has the wind behind them, and I call it a wind at this point. Marshman has shown that he can put the ball up there.
And the sophomore Jared Marshman will come out at quarterback. And they actually put time back on the clock, 21 seconds. But as I mentioned, no timeouts remaining for the Bulldogs. And Marshman will go out of the gun. He's got Harder to the top of your screen. Harrison Kuchka to the bottom. Marshman goes deep downfield and incomplete. Flag has been thrown. They may get Van Blargen for pass interference.
I'll tell you what, right at the end of the play, if that hadn't happened, and I'm talking about looked like a turnaround there with a grab, that hadn't happened, I don't know if he'd have called anything, but we're going to take a look. I think we're going to take, now we're watching the officials discuss the play.
Dead ball. Personal foul. Red.
Didn't call pass interference, called horse collar. And we're going to take a look at it. Right here, and you saw him turn around very quickly because of the grab back of the shoulder pads, which is called a horse collar today.
So the 15-yard penalty will put the ball at the Cougar 40. First down by penalty, a Harry Jupulit first down for the Bulldogs. Marshman looking left, being pressured by Sweats. Got away from one, will not get away from a second as Zukowski teams up with Cougar teammates to bring him down for a sack. clock will run out on senior night at Hazleton Area High School, and the final regular season game is head coach of the Berwick Bulldogs. Berwick on a Daquan Hellenthal 43-yard run. The lone score of the opening half has the Bulldogs in front, 7-0. The coach on the opposite side, Mike Brennan, on the sidelines with Gabriella.
Thanks, Marty. Coach Brennan, what are you going to say to the guys at the half to get the momentum a little stronger?
The defense did a great job, except for that one big long play where they got their score. Offensively, we have to get something generated. They're jamming the box on us. We have to throw the ball. We throw the ball with some effectiveness in the first half. We have to get better second half. We have to regroup and play 24 more minutes.
Okay, well, good luck, Coach. Thank you. Back to you, Marty and Joe.
Thanks a lot, Gabriella. The score at the half: Berwick 7, Hazleton Area 0. Coming up, halftime entertainment from the Berwick High School Marching Band, Burger Family Dealership, halftime stats, and more. You're watching live high school football on WILN.
Now Hazel Park Spring Water is proud to announce that they are the official water of the WILN Sports Crew and available for home delivery through J.W. Wargo Spring Water Delivery. Since 1915, the Kreisel family has been serving the area with quality meats. The tradition continues today with 5 generations at Hazel Park Quality Meats, 260 Washington Avenue, West Hazleton, and Redding Specialty Meats, located at 216 East 4th Street in Berwick.
Tri-County Business Machines has been serving the Hazleton area with office supplies and furniture for over 35 years. We are your local Kyocera dealer for all your digital Kyocera copiers, printers, and faxes. For exceptional reliability, sales, and service, the call to make is to Tri-County Business Machines. Tri-County Business Machines, keeping your office up to speed. Tri-County Business Machines, located at 117 East Broad Street, Hazleton. Phone 459-0754, or visit us on the web at tricountybm.com.
We welcome you back to live high school football here on WILN. The regular season finale, week number 10. The big rivalry has the Bulldogs of Berwick leading Hazleton Area 7-0 on a 43-yard touchdown run by Daquan Hellenthal, his 4th of the season. And for the most part, the Bulldog defense getting 4th down stops on possible Hazleton Area offensive possessions, for the most part shutting down the Hazleton Area running game. Those will be discussed throughout halftime, but first, the halftime performance from the Berwick High School Marching Band. That has been the Berwick High School Marching Band with their halftime performance. Coming up next, we'll get a look at the Berger Family Dealership halftime stats with the score on the Berger Family Dealership scoreboard. The Bulldogs on a Daquan Hellenthal 43-yard touchdown run lead it over Hazleton area 7-0. You're watching live high school football on WYLN.
It's Oxoburger, the sale so big they named a month after it. Only at Burger Mazda, Route 93, Hazleton.
2016 Mazda 3i Sport, lease it for only $169 a month. Or how about this 2016 Mazda 6i Sport, lease it for only $179 a month. Or 2016 Mazda CX-5 Sport, lease it for only $209 a month.
Burger Mazda, Route 93, Hazleton. Test drive a Mazda today.
Berger Family Dealerships, drive with experience.
Hi, my name is Elaine, and I'm so excited to have you meet one of our wire guys, Zach.
Yeah, I want to get there fast, give you a nice, clean, quality job you're going to be happy with. You know, having a family of my own, someone was working in my house. I want it to be safe, I want it to be right. That's what I want to do for you.
So whether it's just adding a receptacle to a complete whole house rewiring,
We're your guys.
give the wire guys a call.
And if we're late, you get paid.
The Wire Guys!
Grand Central helps make your place the place where comfort is king and style rules the day. The place where dinner time is family time and bedtime is beautiful. Right now on all furniture and bedding, the price on the floor is the price to your door. No tax, no delivery, no inflated prices, no kidding. Plus up to 36 months interest-free financing. Grand Central, helping make your place home. Weatherwood is a privately owned 200-bed nursing and rehabilitation center nestled in the quiet town of Weatherly, Pennsylvania. We offer our residents and our families tranquil and scenic views from just about anywhere in the building. We are located within minutes of Lehigh Valley Health Network, Hazleton, as well as major metropolitan medical and trauma centers in the Lehigh Valley. Whispering Meadows is a 50-bed secured dementia unit in our facility. Whether you need short-term, long-term, or respite stay, call or stop by today for a tour.
Hi, this is Barb from John Diane Insurance Agency with your Cougar Fun Fact. Hazleton head coach Mike Brennan played Division I football for the Temple Owls.
Hi, Anita here from John Diana Insurance Agency. Did you know we saved your friends and family in the greater Hazleton area thousands of dollars by switching their insurance to JD Insurance?
Give Anita a call for a quote and she'll give you a $25 gift certificate from Third Base.
Call or go to our website and ask for me so I can give you a $25 gift certificate to Third Base.
We welcome you back to Harmon Guy Stadium. Week number 10 of the high school football season, and the hometown Cougars on senior night trailing Berwick 7-0 on the Berger Family Dealership scoreboard. A game in which it is also the final regular season game as head coach of the Bulldogs for the all-time winningest head coach in the state of Pennsylvania, George Curry. An outstanding 453 victories, 402 of them coming at the helm of the Berwick Bulldogs. And the Bulldogs 1/2 away of making it 4-0-3, leading 7-0. We are moments away from getting a look at the Berger Family Dealership halftime stats, compiled as always by Jim Burns.
Marty, we talk about a defensive ball game. We're looking at Berwick, 5 first downs, 74 yards rushing, 2 big rushes, 1 for the touchdown, 53 yards passing, 127 total. 6 penalties, 59 yards for the Bulldogs. Hazleton area, 5 first downs, 70 yards rushing, 118 total with 48 yards passing. Wolf to Cabrera, big combination. 1 turnover, 6 penalties, 56 yards.
And the amazing thing, Joe, looking at those stats, 75 of those rushing yards for the Bulldogs came on their scoring drive. 52 of Hazleton area's rushing yards came on the 1 big run by Otero.
Exactly.
Other than that, the rush defenses have done pretty well for both sides.
3 rushes total in that total, but you're right. Defensively, both teams have played well.
And we thank Jim Burns and Berger Family Dealership for our halftime stats. And we're moments away from getting a look at first half highlights, which the Bulldogs led 7-0. We start off with first quarter action, and here's the big 52-yard run by Adrian Otero. The officials ruled that Groschick pushed him out of bounds right there at the 24, preventing a Cougar touchdown. The Bulldogs would later hold on downs, and the game remained scoreless. And here's why it remained scoreless. On fourth down, pass is intercepted by Evan Klinger of the Bulldogs. Klinger would end up bringing this one all the way back for what looked to be a pick six, but a block in the back on the return against Berwick brought it back, and it remained scoreless, but it would not remain scoreless for long. The Bulldogs go 2 plays, 75 yards in 18 seconds, 43 of them coming right here by Daquan Hellenthal as he eludes the last line of defense, making it 7-0 Bulldogs. And here we're going to see a great catch across the middle by Robbie Harder as the Bulldogs tried to get something going before the end of the half, but the Cougar defense would hold, and it would keep it at the half. 7-0 Berwick, as that's where we stand with the third quarter moments away. You're watching live high school football on WILN. The Bulldogs lead it 7-0.
Central helps make your place the place where comfort is king and style rules the day. The place where dinner time is family time and bedtime is beautiful. Right now on all furniture and bedding, the price on the floor is the price to your door. No tax, no delivery, no inflated prices, no kidding. Plus up to 36 months interest-free financing. Grand Central, helping make your place home.
Now Hazel Park Spring Water is proud to announce that they are the official water of the WILN Sports Crew and available for home delivery through J.W. Wargo Spring Water Delivery. Since 1915, the Kreisel family has been serving the area with quality meats. The tradition continues today with 5 generations at Hazel Park Quality Meats, 260 Washington Avenue, West Hazleton, and Redding Specialty Meats, located at 216 East 4th Street in Berwick.
Welcome to Fairway Chevrolet, Pennsylvania's #1 truck dealer.
From the longest-lasting, most dependable full-size pickup, the tough all-new Silverado, to the rugged 3500 Chevy dump truck, Fairway has your truck. Express cargo van, 2500 utility, 3500 cube, 3500 cube utility with service body, or we'll upfit any body style to meet your needs. Sales, service, or parts.
Make no mistake about it, Fairway Chevrolet is Pennsylvania's #1 truck dealer.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric, Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Coming up in moments is third quarter action from Harmon Guy Stadium with the Bulldogs leading the Cougars 7-0. Some individual stats. Saw Daquan Hellenthal in the halftime highlights. He's got 2 carries, 46 yards, and a touchdown. And Len White, a 1 carry, 32 yards. Quarterback Jared Marshman is 3 of 6 for 34 yards. Mike Force threw 1 pass, completed it for 19. Kyle McMillan has 2 receptions for 28 yards, and Robbie Harder 2 for 25. For the Cougars, Adrian Otero, 11 carries, 65 yards. Sparky Wolk at quarterback, 8 of 13, 48 yards, and an interception. And as we heard from Coach Brennan, he's thinking they may have to try to throw the ball as the Bulldogs trying to load up the box to stop the running game. Cabrera, 5 receptions for 52 yards. We talked about what Hazleton area may look to do tonight. they've won the time of possession. They've had the ball 16 minutes, 31 seconds to Berwick only having 7 minutes and 29 seconds of possession time. Cougars have run 29 plays to 16. Third down conversions, Hazleton area only 1 of 7, with the Bulldogs 1 of 4. Hazleton area has been the only one to attempt fourth down plays. They're 2 of 4. And Jim Burns comes up with this interesting stat, Joe. Plays in opponent territory. Hazleton area 16, Berwick with only 2. One of them, the Hellenthal touchdown run that has it at 7-0.
Yeah, there's a couple things there. Number one, clock advantage. That's what the Coach Brennan wanted to do. Number 2, third down conversions. Number 3, the number of plays right inside the opponent's territory, but no points to show for that. So both defenses playing well, which we thought they would. Wind is a little bit of a factor. Hazleton area with the ball to start the third quarter.
And the Cougars return to the field for the second half. They'll begin shortly, but we've talked a lot about Coach Curry, and rightfully so. Let's talk a little bit about the team on the far sideline. For Coach Brennan, to take a step and get yourself to 5-5 in your second year, also with it being senior night, he enjoys these seniors because they've helped him make that next step in where he wants this program to go.
I'll tell you what, Marty, and let's look at it from both perspectives. I tip my hat to Coach Curry. I think he's done a fantastic job. He's affected a lot of players. He's a good teacher. You have to be a good teacher to be a good coach. As I said, I tip my hat to him. I'm excited for Coach Brennan. I think he's at the beginning of doing something very, very good here at Hazleton. I guess that's what I have to say about both of the coaches.
And you know, the funny thing, Coach Brennan was quoted in the paper today that, you know, he could probably put his resume up against just about anybody with 2 state titles when he had his time at Mount Carmel. And the funny thing is, the guy across the way tripled him in amount of state titles.
Yeah, you know what? Coach Brennan's doing what he needs to do here. Coach Curry's done what he needed to do at Berwick. As I said, their programs 2 different places. Coaches 2 different places. Both work very hard. Coaching is an interesting occupation. You know, when you wake up after a loss, you say to yourself, Dad, there's a lot of people in China who don't care if I won or lost. But you know who cares? Yourself. And that's the biggest part, your fans. But both coaches have done well. Before I get away from the Berwick connection, I have to thank my good friend Stephen Slip DePippa.
You better thank him.
3 egg and pepper sandwiches. I did not eat all 3. I shared one with Jim Burns. He looked like he was hungry. But
when you went through the other 2, you looked like you were hungry.
I did eat the other 2.
Eat them?
Thank you,
I don't know.
Slip.
I don't know if that's what they call eating. You devoured them, Coach.
I have a bad habit. Once I start eating, I can't stop.
They did look very good, and I know you thoroughly enjoyed them.
Scranton Prep 21, West Scranton nothing.
So as we mentioned, the Cougars will get the ball to start the second half. They'll be in the red going from right to left on your screen. Matt Sutton, Jose Cabrera back deep as they await the kickoff from the Bulldogs. Looks like Luke Fisher will be the one to kick it away.
I think Hazleton area, Marty, same kind of situation. Don't make mistakes. Try to limit the turnovers. Try to win the battle of the clock. And what you have to do is when you get those opportunities inside the opponent's territory, come away with points.
Squibbing kick picked up by Cabrera at the 17. Cabrera is bottled up in the middle as the Bulldogs cover the kick nicely. Bring him down inside the 20. Look like they'll mark it at the 18.
Ball on the ground. Cabrera took it off the ground. Berwick special teams right there. Cabrera no place to go. So Hazleton area will start their offense inside their own 20.
It'll be interesting to see what both teams have come up with as far as adjustments here for the second half. Cougars will have Wolk under center on 1st and 10 from the 18. Sweats and Beelan go in motion to the top of your screen. The give is to Otero. He spins, keeps those legs churning, and what a run by Otero for a gain of about 8.
We've talked about Adrian Otero, who's only a sophomore, picking up about 8 yards on his own. Hazleton area loves to run that play. They go strength right, they run that little counter back. Otero, excellent job, as you mentioned, Marty, keeping those legs moving, picking up valuable yardage.
And the officials gave him a gain of 9 to the 27. Otero now at 74 yards rushing on the night, unofficially 12 yards away from 1,000 for the season. He'll get the carry again, up the middle. Otero won't go down. Finally, they'll blow the whistle at the 34. Good for a Harry's, you pull it. Cougar first down.
You know, we keep talking about Adrian Otero. He has a little bit of a spurt. He's 6'1", he's 210. If you try to tackle him low, tough to bring down. Sammy Sanchez was pulling up the hole. Otero picks up the first down. He's closing in on a 1,000-yard mark.
And I would think that would be a big individual stat for Coach Brennan to hang his hat on, not only for Otero, but the guys up front that have opened the hole all season long for him.
I'll tell you what, you look at Wolk, Otero as right there up the field right now very quickly.
Kyle McMillan with the play, lost his helmet, made the tackle, and with losing his helmet, McMillan will have to go to the sidelines for a play, but what a great play by McMillan.
That's the way to stop Otero. Before he gets started, McMillan up the field quickly to make the stop. I was talking about Wolk, Otero, two good sophomores that Coach Brennan has to look forward to for a couple of more years.
And he'll also have Kinney in the backfield with them next year, and two members of that line, Marola and Kostiel, only juniors.
Carson Kinney also had a very good year from that fullback position.
Bad snap. Wolk will just dive on it. Back inside the 20 to the 17, and after a good start with a couple of hard runs by Otero, a couple of big losses offensively have the Cougars in 3rd and very long. Ball back at the 18.
I'll tell you what, if you're a center, any center, and you're snapping out a shotgun, and you have people around you that are quick up the field, moving around, it's not an easy task to be able to get the ball there and then make a block. That one was low and to the left. Walt couldn't handle it.
So it makes it a 3rd and 27, all the way back to the original line of scrimmage to start this drive, the 18. And did Berwick go forward, or did Hazleton area draw them? Earl Harris will let us know.
Dead ball. I'm going to tell you what else quick defense does. It starts wearing on your offensive line. You're starting to think, you know what, I have to move pretty quick here to make a block. And that's what happens as another penalty. So a promising start to this offensive series at the beginning of the quarter. It turns into a 3rd and very long situation.
Otero out deep to the bottom of your screen on 3rd and 32. Wolk looks that way. He's going for Otero, and Otero had to play D back there as Sassini did a great job of covering that pass.
Yeah, Sassini did an excellent job. Wolk did a good job putting it where nobody else could get it if Otero didn't get it. Sassini with good coverage. Cougars will have to punt it away. Wind at them, so it looks like field position advantage goes to the Bulldogs.
Tristan Williams to punt it away. Klinger and Sassini back deep for the Bulldogs. Williams gets it off. End over end kick. Will take a Cougar roll picked up by Klinger at the 43. Klinger's got a wall. He's inside the 20, inside the 10, cuts it back. Touchdown, Berwick!
I'll tell you what happened, Marty, and it happens a lot on coverage. If we get another look at this, Hazleton's coverage to the right side collapsed. And everybody was within the hash mark. If you'll take a look at this, the punt. Now, look at the hash mark on the far side of the field. There's no one there. Berwick's setting the wall up there. You have to be able to cover the entire field. Didn't happen. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
43-yard punt return by Evan Klinger. DiValerio's point after is good. 8:12 left in the third, and very quickly the Bulldogs increase their lead to 14-0.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric, Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Did you hear about the new grooming place in town? Yep. Should we try them out?
Nope. You two need to go to the Lazy Dog.
Why would you even think about going to a big box groomer? The Lazy Dog, your locally owned, locally operated groomer, serving the Hazleton area since 2009.
Summer is almost over, but the fall savings are just beginning at Bedrock Gardens. Now is the time to purchase your patio furniture, fire pits, and hardscape materials for next spring. Stop in and save. Let them help you plan your yard improvement projects for next spring. Bedrock Gardens, locally owned and operated. Stop in and save today.
We welcome you back to Harmon Guy Stadium, and the Bulldogs special teams come up with a big play. Evan Klinger, a 43-yard punt return, has the Bulldogs in front now, 14-0.
Klinger did a great job finding the wall, as I said, with that and the collapse as the kickoff bounces on the ground.
This is Zukowski. He's got some room on the near side. He's across the 40, and he'll be dragged down near midfield by Klinger.
And I'll tell you what, it almost happened on the kickoff. This right side closed in very quickly, ball bouncing on the ground. Instead of maintaining the field, people closed their shoulders inside. Zukowski's outside gives the Cougars good field position to start this offensive series.
They'll start in Bulldog territory at the 49 with a 1st and 10. Trailing 14-0 on the Berger Family Dealership third quarter scoreboard. 7:51 remaining. 3 receivers to the top of your screen to Wolk's right. Reeves, the lone receiver, at the bottom of your screen. Here come the Bulldogs with a blitz. And a fumble! Picked up by the big man, Tom Monaco, but credit Luke Fisher with the strip sack, and the Bulldogs get it back.
Bulldogs, again, we talk about them defensively. They really cause a lot of problems. And you see Fisher off the corner, Monaco picking it up. You know, Wolk is looking to make that throw downfield. I think if you're Hazleton area, as we have the turnover, I think if you're Hazleton area, you have to start thinking 3 to 5 step drop. You can't take any more than that because the Bulldogs are so quick up the field. I also think you have to start thinking about, let's throw a screen, whether it be middle or out to the outside. You have to try to slow that defense down. Bulldogs possession.
Bulldogs move the power to the left side of their line, and Hellenthal go that way. Hellenthal eluded one tackle, but another one held on to him, but not before Hellenthal gets a gain of about 6.
I'll tell you what, Hellenthal's scary once he gets to the linebackers because he can break it at any time. Berwick with that power formation. Hazleton area had a defender up the field. Hellenthal was able to take that step inside. Picks up about 6.
Again, the Bulldogs shift to the left side of the line. And they'll toss to Hellenthal that way, and he slipped down as he was going to make a cut, loses 3 back to the 45.
Hellenthal with the carry, Sutton with the tackle on the play.
And an injured Cougar on the field.
Matt Sutton, I believe, was up the field very quickly, causing Hellenthal to try to plant and step up the field and slip down.
Number is 275021. Once again,
While we have a moment, I'd like to remind you that Joe and I, at the end of tonight's game, will select a Fairway Chevrolet player of the game. And we had talked about, and we heard it in the pregame ceremony by Fred Barletta, athletic director here at Hazleton area, that Coach Curry, not only took care of everybody involved with the Berwick football program, but so many others outside of the Berwick football program, and it stuck with me for a year. The post-game interview last year that Coach Curry had at the end of their victory over Hazleton area, and he was quick to point out that Hazleton area needed to stick with Mike Brennan because he would get things turned around. Now, Coach Curry didn't have to do that, but he did, and Coach Brennan also this week had mentioned that when he had started his coaching career, Coach Curry was one of those that sent him a letter and told him that he believed he was going to do a great job.
He not only was supportive of players, but also other coaches. I think one of the things you have to remember, I mentioned before, college coaches, Berwick, very successful for a lot of years. College coaches come in, all divisions. The Notre Dames, the Bloomsburgs, the Kings, the Wilkes, they come in to talk to him. They want to see his players. He always was very, very supportive of other players they were looking at from other teams on film. And I think that that's what got a lot of coaches interested, college coaches interested.
Force a quarterback to play action, going deep downfield and incomplete. He was looking for Luke Fisher. It'll bring up 4th down. We head down to the sidelines, and Gabriella.
Thank you, Marty. We keep talking about Coach Curry's success throughout the years. To put things in perspective, of his 46 seasons coaching high school football, 45 of those seasons have all been winning seasons for him. Back to you, Marty and Joe.
The lone non-winning season was the strike season of '74.
Impressive credentials, and we have to thank Mr. Barletta for doing a great job with the pregame.
On 4th down, Di Valerio punts it away. And it will bounce, and it looked like it went out of bounds. They'll say, official's now going to move up at the Cougar 10, so a great punt there by Di Valerio to pin the Cougars back deep. High school football on WYLN is brought to you by Chura's Auto Sales, located on Route 93 in West Hazleton. They've been selling pre-owned cars and trucks for over 60 years. They carry clean, affordable, and reliable vehicles. When you need a good pre-owned vehicle, stop at Chura's Auto Sales. Their number, 570-454-7229. So still plenty of time, even though a 2-score game for Hazleton area. Stay within your game plan. Plenty of time, 6:20 left in the third.
One of the things I was going to mention is not the place to make a mistake. Do what you think you can do here, but not a place to turn it over.
This was Carson Kinney with a hard run out to just over the 15-yard line. Give him a gain of about 6 on the play.
Carson Kinney, junior, we've talked about, 5'10", about 190. I tell you what, Marty, he and Tara are a lot alike. They bang it up in there. Kind of back that can gain yardage once they pick up some speed.
Walk looking left. Complete to Van Blargen. Van Blargen brings it back to the middle where he is dragged down near the 20-yard line by Max McCabe.
Van Blargen went to meet that ball. Good throw by Wolk. There you see, and as he came back to meet the ball, didn't really, he lost the first down yardage, so it's going to be 3rd and short for the Cougars.
Third and 1 from the Cougar 19. Down by 14, approaching 5 minutes remaining on the third quarter scoreboard, brought to you by Berger Family Dealerships. This is Otero, lowers his shoulder, gets across the 20 to the 23. Good for a Harry's, you pull it. Cougar, first down.
Good body lean forward by Otero. He's usually a more upright runner, but that time, needing only a couple of yards, great forward body lean. Picks up the first down as he will exit the ball game.
Got a replacement?
Unofficially, Otero 3 yards shy of 1,000 as he has 83 yards on 15 carries on the night. Zukowski replaces him in the backfield. Movement up front, and it'll come down to who moved first, the defense or the offense.
I think we're going to look at an offensive penalty here. You know, the defense can move side to side. They can't move forward. The offense, once they move at all, once they're set in their stance, it's a penalty. So if you have a man in front of you, but pretty quick, and he's moving side to side, not a penalty, but you as an offensive player might want to make a move and called for it.
So a 1st and 15 from the 18. Zukowski gets the handoff. Sassini meets him, brings him down after a gain of about a yard.
Anthony Sassini, good tackle right at the line of scrimmage. As you said, Marty, maybe the body lean picked up a yard, but that was it.
So a second down call at 13 from the 20. Fake pass, this is Kinney. Kinney eludes one tackler, gets banged around, he gets across the 30 and is forced out of bounds near the first down. It'll depend on the spot.
Great job by Wolk.
Out of bounds by Berwick, short of the first down.
Ryan Wolk with a great job of ball handling. Brings his right arm up high like he's going to throw it, but the ball's in his left hand. Kinney up the middle. Good job by the offensive line for Hazleton. Looking at 3rd and very short, I think, is what the officials are calling.
No, it looks like Earl Harris has said first down. They're going to move the chains. It's a Harry's, you pull it. First down on the run by Carson Kinney.
On the play. It'll be 1st and 10. Cougars on their own 38-yard line.
Cougars are doing a good job here in the second half, again controlling the clock.
Whistle is to allow the chains to set across the way. Walt the pass under pressure, and was it intercepted?
Doesn't make any difference. Earl Harris called, I believe, a personal foul on Berwick.
It looked like they're saying Klinger intercepted the pass, but Earl Harris, as we can see, going over to the other officials saying, wait a minute, and I'm wondering if he got
a personal foul.
It almost looked like maybe helmet to helmet on Wolk.
Or hand to the head or elbow to the head or something to that effect.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. White.
Whichever it is, Earl Harris, as you mentioned, called the personal foul. That negates the interception by Klinger and gives the Cougars another Harry's, you pull it first down via penalty.
I'll tell you what, the Berwick defender is up the field right now. There you see it. Came at the quarterback a little high. When that happens, there's always the chance you can a helmet blow. And today, with all of the emphasis on head injuries, it's going to draw a flag, and it did.
Let Coach know he's ready.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from the Cougar 49. Again, a fake pass to Kinney this time again, but the Bulldogs not fooled. Kyle McMillan leading the charge.
Yeah, McMillan, and again, the defensive front was about a yard into the backfield. That time there was no looking at the fake with Wolk. One hand down, the other hand up because of the penetration, and McMillan did a great job wrapping Kinney up, bringing him down for a loss.
So a loss of 2 makes it 2nd and 12 from the 47.
Trips with Otero as the inside receiver.
And Wolk looks for Cabrera. I'm not sure, but McMillan may have got a hand on it.
Well, the other thing is Cabrera and Otero are very, very close together, and there are at least two Berwick defenders, so tough place to throw a pass. You need to have some separation on routes. That didn't happen there. It'll force a 3rd down for the Cougars. 2:19, Marty. Now time becoming a little bit of a concern for the Cougars, down by 14.
It's now 3rd and 12. Otero will go out deep. They'll come closer to the line in the slot as Cabrera comes in motion. Wolk looks for Cabrera, but Sassini intercepts it. Sassini eludes one tackler. Still on his feet. And Sassini will be brought down at the Bulldog 45 as Sassini comes up with the 2nd interception of the night for the Berwick defense.
Again, the ball underthrown just briefly, and I think the wind again plays. Tried to go with Cabrera down the sideline deep. Sassini, great coverage, gets under the ball, makes the tackle. Finally, Van Blargen with the tackle on Sassini. Bulldogs possession, 2 minutes, 5 seconds left, 3rd quarter. I think one of the things you have to look at there, especially with the wind coming at you, is you need to run some under routes and then maybe try to get it down the field. Sassini never really looked at anything underneath. He was just dropping in coverage.
Flag is down as Matt Shannon got the carry of about 2, but we'll check the flag.
Matt Shannon with the carry. Logan Jones on the tackle. There is a flag on the play.
Chop block. White.
Chop block inside. Someone was engaged. Once they're engaged, you cannot block that person below the knees. Another person can't come in on the block. They did. Bulldogs penalized.
So they'll lose 10 on the play to make it 1st and 20. And Joe, we often talk about Mrs. Burns, who resides here in Hazleton, but I've got to send out special wishes to Mrs. Danielle Burns, who lives in Freeland. Come Sunday, we have our wedding anniversary of 7 years, so I'd like to wish my lovely bride Danielle happy anniversary.
Another woman heading for sainthood.
Big time. Big time, my friend. Marshman back in at quarterback with a 1st and 20. Throws complete to McMillan. McMillan is across midfield into Cougar territory, and Sutton will bring him down, but not before McMillan picks up a Bulldog. Harry's, you pull it. 1st down.
McMillan did a great job of waiting for that route to develop. We're going to look at this. Berwick running some deep routes. McMillan hesitate, then to the flat. Makes a good catch and then up the field. I would like to also congratulate Mrs. Burns, the Freeland Mrs. Burns, on the anniversary.
Make sure you congratulate her. So a minute 30 left in the third. 1st and 10 from the Cougar 39. And something that Coach Curry and his staff saw in film, because McMillan only came in with 1 reception on the season, and he's had 3 big ones tonight for the Bulldogs.
Did a great job, as I mentioned, hesitating and then taking it to the flat. Podolsek for Hazleton coming in on that tackle. Justin Podolsek has Bulldogs looking at a 2nd and about 9.
Clock running, under a minute remaining on the third quarter clock on the Berger Family Dealership scoreboard that has the Bulldogs up by 14. Force will pitch it, and this is Harrison Kuchka, who is going to be brought down for a loss of about 2 on the play.
What happened was the defense never took Force going to the right as he tossed it back. You see the backside of the defense still right there. But Kuchka, no place to go.
And that was Logan Jones with the open field tackle for a loss. Nice play by the senior for the Cougars on senior night. It looks like Coach Curry is going to let the third quarter run out. Through 3. Berwick 14, Hazleton area nothing. Fourth quarter action up next.
How does this work?
Just set your baseline goal resistance, interval durations, pulmonary range, caloric burn, and incline variance.
Tired of everything being so difficult?
How do I slow it down?
At Service Electric Cablevision, we make things easy, like our whole home 6-tuner DVR. Record up to 6 shows at once. Build your own custom library of movies and shows to watch whenever you want on any TV in your home. Get the whole home 6-tuner DVR free for 2 months.
Minutes away. That's right, you're just minutes away from a great deal on a new car, truck, or SUV from Barber Ford. 2 great locations, Exeter and Hazleton. The best deals on America's #1 brand are just 19 minutes from Scranton, 15 minutes from Wilkes-Barre, 12 minutes from Old Forge, 18 minutes from Mountaintop, and 28 minutes from Berwick. Barber Ford in Exeter and Barber Ford in Hazleton. Start your new car search today at barberautogroup.com, where nobody sells for less.
Getting ready for the start of the fourth quarter. Through 3, Hazleton area has had the ball 25 minutes. Berwick only 11 minutes. But the Bulldogs lead at 14-0. One of those coming on a punt return for a touchdown by Evan Klinger. And they lead it 14-0 with a 3rd down and 11 coming up for their offense.
Yeah, all those minutes do not translate into points, unfortunately, and Berwick has had 2 real big plays, 3 offensively, 1 special teams. So the Cougars find themselves down by 14, 12 minutes left in the ball game.
Force remains in at quarterback on 3rd and 11. This will be Cecchini cutting it back. Beelan meets him and brings him down for a gain of about 3.
Little bit of a counter there with Cecchini going to the right side. Eddie Beelan, who we've talked about all year long and has been a real stalwart defensively for the Cougars, makes the tackle.
And I know you're a big believer that if he so chooses, his football career would not come to an end tonight, that somebody out there would look for him to be part of their defense.
Marty, 6'3", 215, moves well, runs the field. He can get to the ball. Somebody possibly at the next level, whatever division, would think he could play.
Di Valerio to punt it away. Gets it off. Angle kick that goes out of bounds. And the officials will mark at the 20. So the Cougars take over there trailing 14-0 with 11:03 left in the fourth. High school football on WYLN is brought to you by Sal's Septic Service Cesspools and Septic Tank Cleaning, a division of Marola's Garage, located in Pardeesville. Give them a call, 570-455-6246 for all your septic tank problems, and Marola's Garage for car and truck inspection and repairs. If it has wheels, they can fix it. So the Cougars come out 1st and 10 from their own 20. They're in the red going from left to right on your screen. Give us to Otero. He'll go up the middle for a gain of about 3. And as you mentioned, now as we enter the fourth quarter, the clock becoming the enemy of Hazleton area. Now the one bright side, Coach Brennan mentioned to Gabrielle at halftime, may have to come out and throw the ball more than they're comfortable with because of the way Berwick is playing the run defensively. You now have the wind at your back.
I'll tell you what, wind at your back, and you're going to have to put it up, Marty. And as I said, the minutes do not translate into points, and they have the Cougars do not have any points, so they're going to have to put it up at some point.
Wolk for Beelan, just a little bit high out of his reach, incomplete. Groshek was coming on hard to try to intercept or break up the pass.
But that was a better route by Beelan. He took it short of the safety. Ball was just thrown a little high. He couldn't hold on to it. Hazleton area faced with the third down, and this is what happens once you start throwing it more. Now the clock is going to stop, and you're going to have to find some way to continue the drive here with the third and about 7.
Ball marked at the Cougar 23 with a 3rd and 7. And the Cougars do not get the play off, or were they able to get a timeout beforehand? It'll be a delay of game. So taking you from a 3rd and 7 to a 3rd and 12.
Again, maybe a sprint here with Wolk, although he's been throwing out of drop back mostly, but sprint him, try to get someone right at the marker on the sideline and maybe someone on the hash right at the marker and see if he can make the throw as Otero lines up in the backfield, so you always have that threat.
Wolk looks right. Now he's being pressured, trying to get away from it. Tip pass, and that'll cause the incompletion as he was looking for Cabrera.
There's a good opportunity to watch Berwick when they run to the quarterback. Randy Miller right there along with others. Here you're going to take a look at it. See him now going to the right after pressure. Backside pressure. Front side pressure, tough to get the play off.
So with it 4th and 12, the Cougars will be forced to punt it away. With 10-11 remaining, trailing by 14.
All year long we've been talking about efficiency, first down, second down. That not only means gaining yards on those downs, but as we get a great punt from Williams.
Klinger got it at the 36, coming up the nearest sideline. Flag is down. May have a block in the back against the Bulldogs. That'll bring this back.
I was saying, Marty, not only does that mean gaining yardage, it means no penalties. And as you mentioned there, after a great punt by Williams with the wind, he's able to get it up and out of there. Ball will come back.
I was just looking, Joe, at the Berwick scores, and I'm still not totally sure that this Berwick defense gets enough credit that they properly deserve. in one of their losses, they gave up 34 to a very good Wyoming Valley West team that puts up points against just about everybody. In a victory over Williamsport, they gave up 26. But they've pitched 3 shutouts on the season, and they've given up 6 in another game.
I'll tell you what, Marty, I think most of the people familiar with the Bulldogs this year will tell you the defense is quick. They can get to the ball. They can rush the passer. So many times defenses are overlooked. I don't think this one is.
Pitch to Hellenthal on first down. And Hellenthal will get about 2, maybe 3 on the play.
Did not get to see them play Coughlin, but everyone in Berwick was talking about the goal line stand. After the game really was won, how the defense was playing so well. So as you said, defenses are sometimes overlooked. I think all Bulldogs and Bulldog fans understand how important they are.
And the thing to remember in that game, the 6 points that Coughlin got came off the special teams.
Special teams.
Force will give to Cecchini. He cuts it back. He'll be brought down after he gets across the 40 to the 41. Bring up about a 3rd and 4.
Cecchini going to the right. Looked like he had a little room coming back to the left. The Hazleton defense closed after a couple of yards, forcing a 3rd down. Now the clock definitely your enemy if you are Hazleton area.
Because really at this point, Berwick really doesn't have to throw the football. You run another play. If you get a first down is what you desire. But if you don't, take more time off the clock, punt it away, and let your defense keep playing.
Yeah, I think now you start working the play clock and the game clock, as you mentioned.
Force, he'll keep it. And Force lowers his shoulder, and he's into open territory before Jones brings him down inside the 40, inside the 35. Flags thrown late, but this may be a face mask as well.
Force was doing a great job. Mike Force goes to the right side, disappears into a pile, and then pops out the other end.
Personal foul, face mask against the defense. So on top of that, a Harry's You Pull It Bulldog first down will march the football inside the Cougar 20 all the way to the 16. And for the first time tonight, the Bulldogs are in the Grand Central red zone.
That's interesting. First time they're in the red zone, they're up 14-0.
This will be Hellenthal. And Hellenthal will be stood up after a gain of about 6, maybe even 7, down to the 9.
You have to look at Hazleton defensively also. They had 1 touchdown for Berwick, a special teams touchdown. But they only have 1 other touchdown, and I think that the Cougar defense has performed pretty well tonight.
Especially considering the one of the 2 scores was on special teams on the Klinger return. This is Wida, and he gets inside the 5. It'll be 1st and goal Bulldogs after the Harry's You Pull It. First down.
First and goal Bulldogs to the 2-yard line.
And the Cougars want to take a timeout on defense. They trail 14-0.
Hey neighbor, looking for a safe, reliable pre-owned vehicle at a great price? Now open Burger Advantage Pre-Owned, Route 93 near the Laurel Mall in Hazel Township. Over 150 local trades from our new 3 new car dealerships. 100-point inspection, free vehicle history report, 3-day money-back guarantee, lifetime PA state inspection, 5 years of oil changes, lifetime tire rotation. Plus, we'll make your first 2 payments up to $1,000 total. Burger Advantage Pre-Owned, just off exit 145 off ID1 near the Laurel Mall in Hazel Township.
Burger Family Dealerships, drive with experience.
Hi, this is Barb from John Diane Insurance Agency with your Cougar Fun Fact. Before being known as the Cougars, Hazleton's team name was the Mountaineers.
Hi, Anita here from John Diana Insurance Agency. Did you know we saved your friends and family in the greater Hazleton area thousands of dollars by switching their insurance to JD Insurance?
Give Anita a call for a quote and she'll give you a $25 gift certificate from Third Base.
Call or go to our website and ask for me so I can give you a $25 gift certificate to Third Base.
Cougars take a timeout defensively to try to slow down this Berwick offense that has a 1st and goal at the Cougar 2. This is Cecchini. Cecchini is going to be marked just shy of the goal line. 2nd and goal.
Right side. Hazleton defensively playing tough inside the 5-yard line. Berwick, as you mentioned before, no hurry, clock running. They're in great shape, up by 14, 6:50 left in the ball game.
The official beverage of the WYLN Sports Crew is Hazel Park Water Store Spring Water. With a 2nd and goal inside the 1, this is Cecchini. Lowering his shoulder, and the Cougar defense stacks him up for no gain. 3rd and goal coming up. I believe that was Otero that led the charge.
See that determination of the Hazleton defense as Cecchini banged it up in there, but nothing there.
And it looks like Berwick will take a timeout. They lead it 14-0.
Barbush Automotive can do it all. Repairs for all vehicles. And the owner, Brian Lewis Barbush, will also be a pre-owned car dealer. BLB Auto Sales Incorporated, selling good, clean vehicles at very affordable prices. All vehicles are inspected, serviced, cleaned, and ready for the road. For more information, call Bryant at 570-454-7571 or 861-8393.
Third Base Luncheonette, still making memories after all these years.
After the Bulldog timeout, 6:05 remaining in the 4th quarter. 3rd and goal inside the 1. Force keeps. Force will take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Berwick.
Force makes the fake inside, gets to the corner. People coming inside on that fake. Good block on the corner to help Force in the end zone. Bulldogs rack up their 3rd touchdown and 20 points.
Force with his 5th rushing touchdown on the season. And that may be the one that'll seal victory number 8 on this 2015 campaign for the Bulldogs and guarantee a home game against either Coughlin or Valley View, as the Bulldogs will go for 2 here. It's a toss to Wida. Wida cuts it back, and the Cougars bring him down. Otero led the charge. A late flag. Let's hold on a minute. Late flag was thrown from the back of the end zone. Before we head to break, see what Earl Harris and his crew have here.
Hazleton defensively played that well. Otero up the field, backside of the defense came in to help out as the Bulldog runner tried to cut that back. Nothing there. Let's see what we have.
More officials meeting with Earl Harris at about the 10. seems like they're going to call it no good on the 2-point conversion. Let's see what Earl Harris has here before we head to break. Disregard the flag. So it's 6:05 left in the fourth. Bulldogs lead it 20-0.
Hey neighbor, looking for a safe, reliable pre-owned vehicle at a great price? Now open Burger Advantage Pre-Owned, Route 93 near the Laura Mall in Hazel Township. Over 150 local trades from our new 3 new car dealerships. 100-point inspection, free vehicle history report, 3-day money-back guarantee, lifetime PA state inspection, 5 years of oil changes, lifetime tire rotation. Plus, we'll make your first 2 payments up to $1,000 total. Burger Advantage Pre-Owned, just off exit 145 off ID1 near the Laura Mall in Hazel Township.
Burger Family Dealerships, drive with experience.
Hi, my name is Elaine, and I'm so excited to have you meet one of our wire guys, Zach.
Yeah, I want to get there fast, give you a nice, clean, quality job you're going to be happy with. You know, having a family of my own, someone was working in my house. I want it to be safe, I want it to be right. That's what I want to do for you.
So whether it's just adding a receptacle to a complete whole house rewiring,
We're your guys.
give the wire guys a call.
And if we're late, you get paid.
The wire guys.
We welcome you back to Harmon Guy Stadium. The Bulldogs may have gotten the last score that'll cement win number 8 for this 2015 campaign, leading at 20-0 as Fisher kicks it away. A bouncing kick that's taken by Logan Jones out across the 30 to the 32. Will Morey on the tackle off for special teams.
Morey with a great hit off of special teams. Marty, last Berwick touchdown, Forrest 1-yard run, right side. They ran twice in the middle. Forrest made that fake in the middle and then took it outside. 8 plays, 65 yards, 3 minutes, 54 seconds. Extra point, run failed. Big play was Forrest's 28-yard run on that drive.
So the Cougars will take over. 5:51 remaining in the ball game. 2 timeouts left. Down by 20 with a 1st and 10 from their own 32. Wolk pumps. Looks for Van Blargen. He's got him. And Van Blargen appears to have a Harry's U pull it first down out to the 43.
I'll tell you what, a great throw by Wolk. Nice catch by Van Blargen. But that throw was between 3 defenders. Good concentration, Van Blargen on the catch. Moves the change.
On 1st and 10, Wolk back to pass. Being pressured. And he is going to be brought down by Sean McCall.
McCall with good pressure up the field. He brings Wolk down. Wolk had a little time early. Now your routes start 15, 18, 20 yards. Now you have to have some good protection because the routes are so deep. But McCall's up the field very quickly.
And this is when defensive linemen, their eyes get real big when you know that teams are going to be throwing the football.
Lay their ears back and go after them.
The only eyes I've seen bigger tonight were yours when you got those egg and pepper sandwiches.
You didn't have to mention it.
Otero on the draw, and Otero keeps pulling his way out across the 45 to about the 47-yard line.
Ball came out, but Frank Galicki made the motion. Ball, the knee hit the ground, so the ball was not a fumble. 3rd down for the Cougars.
And that will get Otero to 94 yards unofficially by our count. Puts him over 1,000 yards for the season. A nice accomplishment for the Cougar sophomore.
Very nice for the Cougar offensive line as well.
Well, to Cabrera. He's inside the 45 at Berwick for another Harry's U pull it. Cougar 1st down.
Down on the Berwick 45-yard line.
Cabrera running a nice route in front of 2 defenders. Wolk making a good throw. I tell you what, if I were Coach Brennan, I'd be excited about next year. Not that you want this year to end, but he has some younger players who are definitely people to watch in the future, as Walt doing a nice job getting rid of the ball and making accurate passes.
This is Otero on first down, pulling his way inside the 35. Good for another Cougar. Harries, you pull it, first down.
Doing a nice job with the hurry up too, because as you see Otero off the left side, again, after his first hit, he picked up 7 or 8 yards. Clock running down.
.325 and counting left in the fourth. Walk pass and incomplete, as Cabrera looked like he might have started running before he secured the ball.
Tried to look for the goal line. Didn't have the ball. You have to concentrate, watch the ball into your hands, then make your move.
But that was a successful combination that started to appear in the second half of the season, Walk to Cabrera. Otero straight up the middle. Gets stood up after a gain of about 5. Clock will continue to run with a 3rd and 5 coming up for the Cougars.
I think you're in 4-down situation. Obviously, 3 minutes left in the game. You're down by 20. So you don't have to pick up all of it. You would like to. Coach Brennan sending the play in with Van Blargen.
Clock approaching 2:40 remaining in the fourth on the Berger Family Dealership scoreboard. 20-0 Bulldogs. Wolk pumps. Now he'll sling it out to Cabrera. Bobbles. And that bobble may have cost him as the Bulldogs were able to swarm upon him. And he almost loses about half a yard.
Well, I think one of the things, the bobble might have hurt him, but also he was taking the route inside because he had to go toward the ball. And as he took it inside, there were defenders right there. Now a must for the first down as you have a 4th and about 7.
Here come the Bulldogs with a blitz. Wolk looking for Cabrera. And knocked away by Groshek. And the Bulldogs will hold on downs.
Groshek made a great break on the ball. He has to be going for the ball to avoid pass interference. And he got a hand up. Looked like he got a hand on the ball. Official, no call. Bulldogs looking at 8-2 and being home at Crispin Field next, whenever the district decides, I guess, Friday night or Saturday.
And Hazleton area takes a timeout, trailing 20-0. We'll keep it here, and before we get too far along, before we head off the air, we mentioned George Curry, his last regular season game at Berwick, mentioned that they'll also have at least one more game. The playoffs begin next weekend against either Coughlin or Valley View. But for the many years that we've been covering games, and it's always been a pleasure to deal with Coach Curry. For us on a personal basis, we'd like to thank Coach Curry for all his many years of commitment to high school football here in the state of Pennsylvania, and it's always been a pleasure to deal with Coach Curry. And as we said, we'll always have those fond memories of him and Tim on the George Curry Report. But from all of us here at WYLN, we'd like to thank George Curry for all of his support throughout the years.
I second that.
And had an opportunity for a couple of seasons there to also work with Coach Curry on high school wrestling for our coverage. So George has always been there to help us out, and we thank him for everything. And as Jim Burns points out to me that Coach Brennan took the time out to try to get a lot of his seniors in that may not have seen a lot of time on defense tonight, and they're out there out on the field defensively as the Bulldogs get a Harry Jou pull at first down out to midfield. But Coach Brennan gets it. He knows where he's at the game. Takes the time out so he can insert those seniors that may not have got a lot of time tonight on senior night.
Not a lot of playing time, but practiced hard. Helped you when you look at a scout team and setting up other people's offense. So, a classy move by Coach Brennan, giving those players a chance.
And now Coach Curry has instructed the Bulldogs to go into the victory formation as Force takes a knee. Maybe one more needed before the Bulldogs will go to 8-2 and finish this regular season and get ready for the District 2 AAA playoffs. Hazleton area will drop to 4-6. They really wanted to get to 5-5, but 4-6. You saw steps of progress with this Cougar program. Very much looking forward to what this Cougar team will look like next season.
Very much looking forward to it.
And Force takes another kneel down. That should be the last play of the game. As the Bulldogs go to 8-2, give Coach Curry win number 403 as head coach of the Berwick Bulldogs in his regular season finale, as the Bulldogs defensively pitched their fourth shutout of the year. Our Fairway Chevrolet player of the game, Evan Klinger, came up with a big interception defensively when it was scoreless. Bulldogs took the next two plays, scored on the Hellenthal run, and then the one that may have sealed it was opening moments of the third quarter. Klinger went 43 yards on the punt return for the touchdown.
Evan Klinger, great job for the Bulldogs. I have to mention Eddie Beelan from Hazleton. I'm very impressed with that young man. I think he's had an excellent year for the Cougars, and just wanted to mention him as we wind up our regular season here on WYLN.
And as we said, thank you so much to George Curry for his many years of commitment to high school football and his cooperation with us in so many different aspects of WYLN sports, and very appreciative, and wish Coach Curry nothing but the best in the future. And they've got a playoff run that'll begin next weekend as the Bulldogs win it 20-0. Hazleton area, as we mentioned, go to 4-6, wrap up their 2015 campaign. And in another class act by Coach Brennan, he's down on the field after a tough 20-0 loss, but he's going to talk to Gabriella.
Coach Brennan, despite the loss, you guys had such an improvement from last season to this season. You still must feel so proud.
I'm very proud of our kids. We had significant improvement. They played hard tonight, especially on the defensive side of the ball. Our defense hard and played well. Offensively, couldn't get anything established. Came from 18 months ago to now is so exciting for me. I'm so happy. They stuck together. We improved, and I think we're only going to continue.
On another positive note, a lot of great players who are returning next season. You must be excited about that, huh?
We do. Some energy back here, so that would have been a big win for us. We fell short. We'll get back off season, put a lot of weight room time in, and hopefully come back in 2016 better.
Coach Brennan, we'll see you next season. Good luck. Back to you, Marty.
And actually, we'll see Coach Brennan one more time beginning Wednesday night at 9:30 with the first airing of Sports Talk here on WYLN, brought to you by the Lehigh Valley Health Network. It'll be the season finale of Sports Talk. We'll talk with Coach Brennan about tonight's Berwick game, look back at his senior class, and a look ahead to 2016 and what he expects from this Hazleton area football program here on WYLN. As I mentioned, the first airing beginning this week at 9:30. And Joe, for us, we are at the regular season finale. Got to thank our production crew. They've been great all season long. We don't know what may happen come playoff time, but want to thank them. They've been very good in all aspects of setting up and getting us ready for every night's broadcast, and they've done a tremendous job.
Tremendous job. I'll tell you, replays have been excellent. Production crew, great job.
And another great aspect of this production crew, tonight's highlights in this 20-0 victory by the Bulldogs. And we'll start in the opening quarter as Adrian Otero was bottled up for a good portion of the night, but here he scampers 52 yards. The officials rule that he stepped out of bounds at the 24. And that would keep the game scoreless. And on a fourth down play, our Fairway Chevrolet player of the game, Evan Klinger, come up with the big interception to give the ball back to the Berwick offense. Klinger would bring this back for a touchdown, but a block in the back would bring that touchdown back and keep the game scoreless. But 2 plays later, Daquan Hellenthal go 43 yards, and with 10:43 left in the second, it was 7-0 Bulldogs. And here, as the Bulldogs tried to get something going before halftime, the pass was complete to Robbie Harder, and what a great catch he made, but the Bulldogs will not be able to score, and at the half it was 7-0. And then back to our Fairway Chevrolet player of the game, Evan Klinger, would get the bouncing punt at the 43, and his coach DeMelfi said you could just see the wall be set up from up here. Klinger go 43 yards, cut it back here, and it would be 14-0 Berwick. Mike Force in fourth quarter action will come up with a big run here and get a face mask penalty on top of it that would bring the Bulldogs into the Grand Central red zone. And then on third and goal, Force would go in from a yard out to make it 20-0. Otero here with some strong running as he gained 110 yards on the night, unofficially putting him over 1,000 for the season. He's one of the building blocks for Coach Brennan. Only a sophomore. He'll come back as a junior tailback for this Cougar offense next year.
I said, Marty, I think Coach Brennan, he mentioned he's excited. Take a week or two off, get ready in off season and ready for next year. But I think he definitely has the program headed in the right direction.
And as we mentioned, not sure what the future may hold as far as playoffs go. So if this is our last broadcast of the football season, once again I want to thank our fine production crew. They've done a great job all season. Coach, it's been a pleasure as well. We'll do it again come the winter, come basketball season, but it's been a pleasure, my friend.
I enjoy it, always have. Great to be able to see good high school athletes and teams playing very hard, coaches that spend a lot of time, so something I enjoy. Looking forward to hopefully another couple of years.
I would hope so. I would hope so, my friend. And we want to say goodnight. And you'll see the fine members of our production crew in the graphics right here, led by our director, Barry J.S. For Gabriella Justin, for Stats by Jim Burns, for Joe DeMelfi, I'm Marty Burns saying so long. Once again, in our regular season finale, the final score, Berwick 20, Hazleton area nothing. This has been a WYLN Sports Special presentation. Good night from Hazleton, and thank you once again to George Curry for his many years of commitment to high school football in the state of Pennsylvania.
Helping your dollars go further every day. Stay here.